To most people, prophecy is a myth. Even the most famous Western prophet Nostradamus failed to get mainstream recognition for his 942 prophecies. But when you search Nostradamus over the internet, you will find 16,600,000 results about the prophet. Pretty impressive, right? But if you search a little-known prophecy with only 60 predictions, decoded, you will find 31,600,000 results. Wow. Although I have devoted many sleepless nights studying and decoding Nostradamus, and published many award-winning videos about Nostradamus, I decided to temporarily put it on hold to work on some more rewarding projects. Why do I say that? Actually, Nostradamus may have 942 quatrains, but there is little pattern nor reference we can use to help with our decoding. Although I'm pretty sure I came up with some revolutionary decoding methods, like using clusters and keywords, I seem to be the only people giving myself credit for it. So we decided to try to use our decoding talents on some prophecies we can better prove our theories. So we started to decode the 1300-year-old decoded, and the results have been shocking. Then we decoded the other 9 famous Chinese prophecies, and the results were even more shocking. Well, you see, we feel our job is to share what we know with the world. While since many Chinese viewers showed great interest about our decoding, we felt obligated to give out warnings. Maybe through our efforts, we can stop the next disasters from happening, right? Although I have released many Chinese decoded videos, I also released many decoding videos in English. But due to language barriers, I don't feel subtitles can explain the contents. So, we made English videos. You can click under this video's description and view those to gain basic understanding of Chinese prophecies. Please note, if you are really interested, you really have to read as much as you can. I know what may have gone through the minds of some Mystery Decoder followers. What kind of videos can generate so many Chinese views? The answer is simple. The very good and original ones. There may be countless decoders working on decoding these prophecies, but no one came close to our level. I know this sounds like an air balloon about to pop, but let me show you a few examples you may be interested in. Taking decoded as an example, the past number 39 poem from 1300 years ago followed a strict sequence. Number 2 happened after number 1, etc. So, decoding the future seems simple. Japan's invasion was detailed in number 39. So if we can decode number 40, we can know the future, right? Yes and no. Part of number 40 is super easy. It talked about a small government with a leader but lost its land. That happened in 1949 when General Chiang Kai-shek lost mainland China and moved to Taiwan. And people noticed Mao Zedong's and China's second-in-command, Zhu Enlai's, name in the poem. But people thought the end of Taiwan would be hidden in this poem. So every time someone came up with an acceptable explanation, the author would earn a big publication contract, while people on the island often panicked and tried to flee. Of course, we did not try to make any profit this time. So we pointed to what we found in poem 40, and then showed number 41 talked about Hong Kong. Number 42 showed a big war China fought and lost 200,000 soldiers, the Korean War. Then the next war just started in number 43, the trade war with America. Then number 44 seemed to indicate the outcome of the trade war, while number 45 showed the possibility of another world war, or at least a war between China and Japan, while number 46 showed in no uncertain terms a rising political star. I don't want to give details on all the above because I have made English videos and you can follow the links. While those were published during the past year, while events happened during the past year prove not only these prophecies are real, but also our advice, vision on the events. Although we have to admit we did not have 2020 vision, we're proud to say that when you check the old videos, you will be surprised to find how we are right on. To make it easier for you to understand, we will summarize the points we discussed and the events, and then let you decide if you want to know more about the mysterious Chinese prophecies. Sherry, our writer, said she has been reading Tuibei-Tu since she was 14. But for the last 40 years, she got stuck with the other 10 billion Chinese. But something happened in November 2018. A political nobody was elected as Taiwan's third largest city, Kaohsiung's mayor. He fits the description of poem number 46 word for word. So we made our first Chinese decoding video and shared with everyone about this stunning discovery. The poem pointed out possible assassination and predicted his win. 3 months later, I realized the first 2 lines of the prophecy hinted about a smear campaign, which led me to release my new video that the assassination is most likely character assassination. The successful character assassination seemed to cause doubts about his chance to win, which was also predicted in the prophecy. Then in the poem I talked about a gold sword hidden in his way. I thought it was his first name, as the symbol of sword is part of his first name. However, Foxconn's chairman, Terry Ko, decided to run against him in the primary. Ko's wealth and marketing spending turned all but one Taiwan media against Mayor Han. And Chairman Ko's first name has the symbol of gold. Ko lost the primary, but decided to continue his battle with Mayor Han, which cast serious clouds on his campaign, just as predicted. Because of the finding of Mayor Han's name in number 46, we are no longer stuck on poem 40. And actually, although the prophecy seemed to pick up speed in prediction events compared with the past 1300 years, it still followed a timeline. But China no longer moved on one timeline as before. It has now 3 parts: the mainland China, the Republic of China in Taiwan, and Hong Kong. So that gave our team a chance to look at the prophecy under new light. We found so many new clues a year ago on poem number 41 and said it was for sure about Hong Kong. But the last 2 sentences of the prophecy remained unsolved until 3 months ago, when I realized how the author predicted the current Hong Kong chaos. The last 2 sentences said, 99 years formed a big mistake. King only rules in Chinland. Hong Kong was promised a special one country, 2 systems status for 50 years after 1997 unification. China can only rule in China's land, not in Hong Kong. For years, millions of people read the prediction and failed to understand the warning it put in plain Chinese. The 99-year lease left a big void between China and Hong Kong. I will jump through poem 43, 44, and 45 as I have discussed those in great details in English. And poem 46 was discussed in several follow-up decodings as well. However, 6 months ago, I suddenly realized Tuibei-Tu's poem 47 talked about Taiwan's current president, Ing-Wen. The reason I said so is because I found her first name and her nickname in the poem. I thought she would lose to Mayor Han, and thus ended her political career. But why was her name appearing in the poem after the rise of Mayor Han? And the answer surfaced a month ago. President Xi studied at the famed London School of Economics after getting her master's degree in Cornell University. She became an associate professor and then served as a high-ranking government official, which helped her launch into the presidential election and won. The Chinese have great respect for a PhD, so her impeccable resume gave her a status other presidential candidates could only dream about. And since LSE is such a reputable school, with many Nobel Prize winners, world leaders, no one ever thought of questioning her credentials. I mean, no one till someone within her own party decided to dig some dirt up. They asked her for her dissertation, and she could not find it. They asked her for her diploma, and notice the copy she presented was signed just a few years ago. Someone searched her student records at LSE and found she did not register nor pay tuition during the 2 years she got her PhD. Oof. She attended LSE 36 years ago, but her professor has only a bachelor degree. How can that be for a PhD student? She got her PhD in just 2 years. There is no record of her work in the school library, other than a copy she sent to the school in 2019. She claimed her 3 professors died. One was later found and disputed that his involvement, while the other 2 are confirmed to be still alive. She attended LSE 36 years ago, but her professor has only a bachelor degree. How can that be for a PhD student? She got her PhD in just 2 years. There is no record of her work in the school library, other than a copy she sent to the school in 2019. She claimed her 3 professors died. One was later found and disputed his involvement, while the other 2 are confirmed to be still alive. Of course, the school said she graduated, but if there is something fishy, do you think a school like LSE would admit their unethical dealings? Maybe you think it is unthinkable to question a school like LSE. After all, they have 3 Nobel Prize winners and many billionaire alumni. However, famous billionaire alumni may have cast shadow of doubts on this matter, because LSE in 2008 granted a PhD degree to Saif al-Islam Gaddafi. He is the son of the Libyan leader, and he bought his PhD from LSE. Of course, we don't know enough to know what really happened, but in our March 2019 video, we pointed to a President Xi's name in this prophecy, and the last 2 sentences stated, "Best to check out the old book. Some truths will surface to reveal Yin clearly." Please note, Yin is President Xi's first name. 6 months ago, when we said this prophecy may be about President Xi, we would never have thought to check out a 36-year-old book that did not exist at that time. We would never thought something like that would happen, but it happened. I don't know if we can call this a fulfillment of Chinese prophecy, but I think it is a wonderful case to show how Chinese prophecy can be decoded, how accurate the prophecies were, and how valuable our work is. I'm pretty sure we were the first and only team pointing out this poem as a prophecy involving President Xi. So now you see why we try to release these Chinese prophecy decodings in Chinese. We hope to bring warnings to people who may need the information. A president in a small island may not have the power to change the war, but Taiwan may play an important part to conflict with China and maybe lead to a world war. Hopefully our contribution in decoding these prophecies can help de-escalate the tensions. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.